Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon White. This is episode number 31, and in this episode we're going to be finishing up what needs to be done in the Chargestone Cave, finally. It feels like we've been in here for way too long, actually, but anyway, we have this researcher that we have to battle at the beginning of this episode here. There should be an item of some sort beyond this trainer, I'm assuming, or a shortcut of some sort. I don't know exactly what, I don't remember. And yeah, I did it again. He's not a researcher, he's a scientist in this game. Played too much Pokemon XD. Anyway, he has a Clink, as all of the scientists do here. I've got Palpitoad, and yeah. Bulldoze takes him out in one hit, and that's pretty much it. And it looks to be just like a shortcut. Okay. Well, anyway, I apparently just did not use a Max Repel. I thought I did, but I guess not. I did do a little bit of training off screen, so that's why Palpitoad is up to level 35. Yeah, it kind of took me a long time, but that's alright. Alright, so I might as well use one of these Max Repels. I've got a gajillion of them, and by gajillion I mean 19. And yeah, I already did all of that, so it was pointless to even do that. So I guess that just helps you navigate the cave a little bit easier, but it appears as though our Chargestone Cave adventures have come to an end a little bit sooner than I had thought. I thought there was more to it than that. If it was just that trainer, I would have battled him in the last episode. Anyway, pick up a dark gem there in the dust cloud. You can pick up shiny stones, dust stones in there as well. It's kind of rare, but you can. As well as the gems that are good for a one-time boost in whatever type it is. So this house is very useful because we have the move deleter up in the top right-hand corner. So he will delete HMs for us, and I will be taking advantage of that because I assume I'm going to have to teach an HM to somebody I don't want to. Then on the left here, in the top left-hand corner, we've got the Move Relearner. So you can take a heart scale that you've gotten from probably Driftveil City, and now you can teach any one of your Pokemon any move that they could have learned up until this point via level up, and that includes when they evolve, Pokemon that in their evolved forms learn an interesting move or a different move like at level 1 that you have to go to the Move Relearner in order to teach them. Anyway, I don't have any Pokemon like that at this point. I don't have any moves that I want to teach them, so I'm just going to go ahead and heal my Pokemon up at the Pokemon Center. And yeah, we already talked to everybody in there, so don't have to worry about that. And when we go north in the town, we're going to be stopped by these two people right here. Oh, hey, Culination, right? Let me see your Pokedex for a moment. What do we have here? Oh, so you found 66 Pokemon, huh? You've seen a Clink, staggering. You've become quite the trainer. Excuse me, I was a little excited. My name is Juniper too, Cedric Juniper. So apparently this guy is the Professor Juniper that we know as father. So yeah, we're actually going to see him quite a bit from now until the end of the game. So get used to him being around. She's going to update our Pokedex. So now you'll be able to check different forms of Pokemon. It's not really that useful, but whatever. I also added a function to make searching easier. Well, isn't that nice of you? Now, who's the lady? Professor, who's that trainer? Oh, I forgot my introduction, Skyla. This is a friend of my daughter's. Yeah, we're BFFs. Culination is traveling around Unova to complete the Pokedex. Oh, I see. So that means you'll be challenging the gym. Yes, exactly. Oh boy, I'm really looking forward to it. So apparently this is the gym leader for this town. She uses flying types. And I guess that kind of makes sense because her name is Skyla after all. Alright, so my plane is a cargo plane. It carries cargo, not people, and you're talking as if places like Kanto and Sinnoh are right around the corner. Aw, Skyla, if you keep frowning, your face might freeze like that, and that'd be a shame. Is that a threat, Cedric? Is it? That's an awfully specific thing to say. Well, I guess he's headed into the Chargestone Cave area, so yeah, that's cool. Alright, so now what do you have to say? Heads up, Culination. As a gym leader, I'd be happy to have you challenge the gym, but there's something I need to take care of first. Okay. Just now, as I was flying the cargo plane, I saw something on top of the Celestial Tower. Something good or something bad? I'm sure that it is a sick Pokemon. If it is, I can't just leave it there. Why not? I have to look into this right away. I'm leaving for Route 7 Celestial Tower. You can come along if you want. And we pretty much have to because we can't challenge the gym until we go meet up with her on top of the tower. So, yeah, we might as well do a little bit of exploring before we move on. There's an item over here. There it is. And it's going to be TM58, Sky Drop. And it's an interesting move. It's actually a 2-turn move. And on the first turn, you take the foe into the air, and they can't do anything. And then on the second turn, you drop them and inflict damage. And I guess it's an okay move. It only has about 60 base power, so it's just as effective as Aerial Ace is. So I'm not really that interested in it. I probably won't teach it to anybody. I think the only Pokemon I could teach it to is Archon, but not interested. As you can see, you can't get into the gym at this point. We will need to go to the Celestial Tower, as I said before. And it looks like I got all the items. There is going to be one more item out on this runway later on, but we have to beat the gym first before we can access that. We are going to want to go in here because somebody gives us an item. I just don't know which person it is. Maybe you. And yes, welcome to the Sky City, and she's going to give us a Sharp Beak, which increases the power of flying type moves when held by a Pokemon. So I can definitely give that to, I guess, Archon if I wanted to, although he knows acrobatics, so it would kind of defeat the purpose of it. But I might do it anyway. We'll see. It appears as though there are no other items in this room. I just talked to everybody. So, yeah. Alright, there's nothing else that we can do at this point, so I guess that means we can move on. This house right here will be useful after we beat the gym, so I'm going to pass over that for now, and we'll head right out onto Route 7, which, as you can see, has some tall grass here. And let's see. I'm guessing I'm just going to leave Palpitoad out in the front. One of these people give you a TM. I think it's this person. Oh, bold enough to come talk to me, are you? You're quite the trainer. I like you. Take this TM, and we're going to receive TM57, which is Charge Beam, and it's actually quite a useful TM. It has about 50 base power, which kind of sucks, but it has a 50% chance of raising your special attack. Yes, 50% chance. So that's kind of crazy, and if you get lucky, you can really decimate teams using that. On an electric-type Pokemon that uses special attack, so not Zebstrika. But anyway, yeah, we have a Simisear in this battle here. It's at level 31, so as you can see, the levels jump a little bit. We've got Palpitoad, and Muddy Water is going to take it out in one hit. It is a stab move. It's super effective, and Palpitoad is going to grow up to level 36 as we defeat Backpacker Terrence. And as a result of growing up to level 36, we're going to have one of many evolutions to come. And Palpitoad is evolving. Let's watch. And there you have it, folks. Palpitoad has evolved into the almighty Seismitoad, and he's trying to learn the move Acid. And considering that he has a 4x weakness to grass and nothing to really defend against it, I'm going to get rid of the stronger Uproar, which unfortunately does lock you into that move. A 4 Acid, which has a little bit less than half of the power. It does attack both Pokemon in a double battle. It does have higher PP as well, but yeah, it's better than Uproar. I've got Bulldoze and Muddy Water if I really want to inflict a lot of damage. Anyway, as you can see, his biggest stat by far is going to be his HP stat. That went up well over 100. It's up to 128. His other stats are fairly average, but he does have a fairly good move pool as well, and that's part of the reason why I chose him, along with his awesome typing, because he only has the one weakness to grass. Alright, so I put up a max repel there, because there are some items in the grass here as well, some trainers that I want to battle. And I don't want to get stuck fighting those pesky wild Pokemon as I usually would, but didn't use that. So we've got Youngster Parker here, and he's going to start off with a Palpitoad at level 29. So it's water and ground type Pokemon, and we are well equipped to handle it with our Servine here. And we're going to go for a Leaf Blade, and that should take it out very easily, and it does. Palpitoad goes down. And Servine grows up to level 35 with the defeat of that Palpitoad. Scolipede is next. That's a Pokemon we haven't seen yet. It's the final evolution of Venipede. We found a bunch of them around the Castelia area because of the Bug Gym and Pinwheel Forest and all that stuff. It's a bug and poison type Pokemon, and it's very fast. So the chances of you being able to outspeed it, even being at a much higher level, are very slim. But it doesn't have a lot in the way of defenses. I went for a Venoshock there, which actually would do more damage if I was poisoned, because that's its special effect. And Acrobatics is able to take it out. So we've got Shelmet next, which is a pure bug-type Pokemon. It looks like it should be part Steel, but it's not. And that's why Acrobatics, again, takes it out. And that was an interesting battle, actually. He had some good Pokemon for being a youngster. Normally, they're usually, like, pushovers, but not in this case. Ultra Ball's the item on the ground there. I'm sure I'll use it at some point. And we've got one more youngster to battle here. Of course, these battles are optional, but we could use all the experience that we can get. So we've got a Dwebble here. It's a bug and rock type Pokemon. It's at level 30. That means that Servine's Leaf Blade is going to inflict neutral damage, and it takes away about half of his HP. It goes for a Rock Slide and gets a crit, which is unfortunate. Thankfully, he didn't move first, so I didn't have the chance to flinch. That would have been a problem. Double goes down after a second Leaf Blade, and Simisage is going to be the replacement Pokemon, so it's going to be the evolution of Pansage. There we go. I wanted to say Pansear. I don't know why, but that was the Simisear line that we saw a little bit earlier. It goes for a Seed Bomb. That does a lot of damage. It gets Archon down to 17 HP, and activates his Defeatist ability, which actually decreases his attack and special attack by half, but Acrobatics still is able to knock the Simisage out. I don't know exactly how that happened. Not expecting that, but it's just a testament to, well, how strong that Archon really is. Alright, so you have nothing for me? Oh yeah, this guy will trade a Boldore for an Emolga. So if you're having trouble finding Emolga in the tall grass, it's actually in the shaking grass, you will be able to trade for one if you have a Boldore, which you can catch in Chargestone Cave. Alright, this battle I was not ready for and was not expecting this to be a triple battle. It kind of caught me off guard, but it is a triple battle, and I'm not in the best position to take that at this point. But we've got Servine at pretty low health here. Thankfully, Archon isn't out here. We'd be in trouble. So I've got Servine, Seismitoad, and Zebstrika against Leopard, Swoobat, and Watchdog. And they don't really have many common weaknesses here. While Leopard and Watchdog are both weak to fighting, but I don't have that at this point. So I'm going to go for a Spark on Swoobat, and it just barely survives and is able to go for a Air Slash and actually gets a critical hit, and it kills Servine. That sucks. But Assurance from Leopard doesn't really do a whole lot to Zebstrika, and Muddy Water is able to finish off the Swoobat and take Watchdog and Leopard almost down into the red zone. So we're in a good position here. Hyper Fang from Watchdog is the last move of the turn, and it does okay damage. Not wonderful. We're going to have to send out Archon now, and he can't really do a whole lot. I'm just going to have to go for Acrobatics and hope for the best. We'll go for Muddy Water again. I can't use Bulldoze because that'll hit my own team as well and kill Zebstrika. So Zebstrika's going to go first and go for a Spark. That'll finish off Leopard, so we just have to deal with this Watchdog now. And as a result, Archon is going to grow up to level 35. He's going to try to learn the move Crunch. I am going to teach that to him. I'll get rid of Agility because he is already fairly fast. He's not like a super speedster or anything, but he's definitely fast enough to hold his own and support the Defeatist ability, which kind of sucks. Anyway, Seismitoad is going to go for the Muddy Water there, and that's going to finish off the Watchdog, and that's going to be the end of that battle. So I was able to barely survive that, and that was, well, it could have been bad. It could have been a lot worse, but unfortunately, Servine was not able to get much experience from that. I am going to have to go back and heal now. So I'm actually going to call it an episode here. And in the next episode, we'll continue on exploring this route, and we'll head on into the Celestial Tower if time permits, because there's a couple of things that we have to do in the route as well. So we'll see how it goes. But that's going to be for next time, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 32. Game on!